Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to particularly welcome our Chancellor, Ms. Geraldine Fraser-Moleketi, our executive managers, our students, our SRC, our staff and alumni, our leadership from the province and our city, and also for all of you who are joining us from around the world. Today is truly a special day for us at the Nelson Mandela University. We are meeting to consolidate the gains that we have made in the past 5 years and to chart a future together with the leadership of our very own Professor Sibongile Muthwa. I'm very happy as the Chair of Council to announce that my team and myself agreed last year that we would extend the Vice-Chancellor's contract for another 5 years. And for us, it's really a deserving continuation for Sibongile because we couldn't have wished for a more appropriate, a more efficient, a more dedicated Vice-Chancellor than Professor Muthwa. And I'd just like to say a few things about our Vice-Chancellor. And I speak on behalf of all my council members who have worked with Sibongile for the last 5 or so years. She is a pleasure to work with. Let me start there. Just from a personal perspective and a professional perspective, it is an honor for me to be her chairperson. We would like to congratulate her for the commencement of her second 5-year term of office. And she continues to lead the university in the way that I certainly haven't seen many people lead universities. She leads with certainty. She inspires everybody. She's very engaging. She listens to people and she respects everyone. Her integrity is totally unmatched. She's also interested in what happens around her. So when we talk about a university in service of society, Sibongile knows what that means because she also comes from a background of having served the people in the provincial authorities. So she knows what that means and where the two interests merge. I'll just say a few things that the university has achieved since Sibongile has been our Vice-Chancellor. The first I'd like to mention is the crisis we had to face last year with respect to COVID. And I prioritize COVID because it was such a life-threatening experience that everybody went through. Bongi and her team at the university made it possible for everybody to have access to whatever they need during the time of COVID. She managed the crisis by being accessible, by making the university accessible to our entire university community and the people outside living in the Nelson Mandela Bay. We were able to respond through making vaccines accessible, through making PPE accessible, through really engaging with everybody in that provincial authority to make it possible for us to meet the challenge that COVID presented to us. And for that, I wish to say thank you to her team as well. She also was very active in realizing the university's ambition to create a medical school in Gqeberha, the 10th school in the country. It was very unfortunate when we lost Professor Pepeta, the Dean of Health Sciences, to COVID. And Bongi and him had been working very, very, very hard to make this medical school possible. We are proud to announce we currently have about 270 students at the university. The 3rd years of intake, the first year was 50 students who came to join the medical school. Last year, 80 students came to join, and this year, 100. And only 3 of them have dropped out. And that in itself is an undisputable record. Then, of course, the other thing that Sibongile did, which was unusual with her team, is offering the Ocean Sciences campus to our economy. It is a unique feature in the South African university sector. And we are very proud to be the only university in the country that has taken ocean sciences and made it a multidisciplinary provision as well. She has also spent a lot of time and effort enhancing the infrastructure of the university. Our students always need accommodation. We cannot have enough accommodation on our campuses, not just for them to have a place to stay, but also for them to have safe places to stay in the South Africa that we all live in today. We've increased our campus beds from just over 3,500 in 2019 to over 6,000 this year. And thank you really to all her team who were responsible for this and for their continuation in enhancing the infrastructure of our university. Sibongile is also very passionate about revitalizing the humanities. As you all know, the university was primarily a science-focused university. And when we agreed on at council to bring in the humanities, Sibongile did it with compassion and with a lot of passion. And really, it resulted in the launch of a number of chairs and chair in African feminist imagination, for example, with the aim of producing new forms of thinking and teaching, while producing generations of scholars for the future who are unafraid of asking difficult questions about the very essence of the knowledge project. So we're very proud that we are having a thriving humanities faculty at NMU in such a short space of time, and that the students are being given a chance to really experience what a multidisciplinary education system is all about. Sibongile is very dedicated to our university, and her leadership, I think, is going to really prove to all of us, but also to the sector, that it is possible to transform a university from what ours was to what it is now. Yes, it's a comprehensive university. Our intention is indeed not to be the old style universities, because we never were, but that our future and the things that we do are targeted at a different future to one we had when this university was first created. Now there are different challenges of unemployment, of poverty, and the university is focused on addressing those challenges in our country. And looking back really is not something that we do. We recognize our history, we recognize our past, but our orientation is for a better future, particularly in the Eastern Cape, where 70% of our students come from that region. So in conclusion, I'd like to ask us all to maybe at some stage stand up and give the Vice-Chancellor a huge applause for her achievements. We know that she's going to take the university to new heights. We will support her to the extent that we have, and much more, in guiding her in the way that she also supports the council. And we know that she will reach her own ambitions, her own personal ambitions that she has for the university. And it will all be done through her dedication, through her love for education, through her respect for others, through her integrity, and through her absolutely excellent leadership. I wish I was there. I'm sorry I am not there this afternoon to be present with you physically, but my spirit will be there, and I will be watching the proceedings for the rest of the day or the afternoon. So thank you for coming, much appreciated, and wish you all a wonderful afternoon of celebration.